Hi y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I've got a review that I am hideously excited for. Obviously, we are doing all things spooktacular today. I think it was on one of my anti-hauls or one of my will I buy it's where I was like, where is the Halloween makeup? Where's the spookiness? And one of you all were like, you know, Manny MUA Lunar Beauty, they're gonna be releasing a Halloween collection. My little spooky heart was just all like, oh really? And so today I have got the Moon Spell collection. I also got the let me just go into it. It includes a palette that retails for $48, and let me tell you, packaging beyond on point. I mean, it comes in this little case like it's a book. Y'all know how I feel about things that aren't actually things looking like other things that exist. I absolutely love the matte black with all of this beautiful gold and this imagery. It is just absolutely stunning. Attention to detail is phenomenal. And then you open that bad boy up and you got the colors looking like this. It is what I am wearing on my celestial peepers today. I started off with Bonnie all right here, and then I went into Paige, and then we deepened it up with Sabrina, and then I used Phoebe all up in here, and then just a titchy bit of Prue on that inner corner. And on my lips, I am wearing the liquid lipstick in Wicked. He also has one in Witch Biatch, and then a lip gloss in Enchantment. The liquid lipsticks and the lip glosses are $18 a piece. You can get them in a bundle for $45, or you can get the whole collection for 80 bucks. I'm pretty sure it is going to be coming to Sephora, at least the palette. Lunar Beauty is sold on Sephora, but there isn't all of his items on there. I believe it's the Life's a Drag and the Greek Goddess eyeshadow palettes. So if it is coming to Sephora, keep your eyes out because y'all can get your points. You can use coupons, yada, yada, yada. I got mine off of the Lunar Beauty website. But enough talk. Let's just get into swatching this thing and then discussing my opinions on the palette and on the lip componentry. Okay, so I'm just gonna go whoo, 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 like I do. I'm gonna start off with Prue here. It's going to be kind of fun and interesting because y'all know it is difficult to swatch when you got nails. So we've got Prue right here. They always feel so beautiful. Then Piper right here, which is a satin that I really love. It's a satin, but it works as like, you can work it with it. You can use it kind of like a matte. Like I've deepened up my crease with this thing and it's been just fine. Then Phoebe right here, which is, oh my goodness, the first time I swatched that one, Jesus take the wheel, my soul left my body. So we will just have them right. Oh my goodness, that one. Right there. I've used that one as just like all over my lid, like that one shade and done, and it is just so beautiful. And y'all know your girl lives for a good purple. Then we have Paige here, and then Sabrina, and let me tell you, the names, I mean, come on. He saw the opportunity and he ran with it. And then this here is Winifred. Call out to them Sanderson sisters that are somewhere in my background. Here we go right here. I mean, they're so smoothy smooth. Look at that. Next up is Sarah, Mary, and Samantha. So we've got kind of this row of more neutral looking shades going on here, here, and here. This shimmer here is a wee bit chunky, but look at that, so pretty. It's like this like bronzy rose gold. I've also used that one just kind of like all over my lid, then some eyeliner and done. Next up is Kiki, which I'm honestly hoping, I didn't actually watch his video because I like my impressions of the palette. Like I like being surprised by the componentry and everything like that on like first impression. But I'm hoping that like Kiki is from Hayao Miyazaki's Kiki's Delivery Service. Then Hermione and Bonnie, which is honestly, I love that green so stinking much going on here, here. Oh, my stars. And here. Can you see it? We're now going to awkwardly transition to swatching on this arm because for some reason I always tend to wear long sleeves when I have to swatch. Never mind. We've got enough shade room. Got enough space. Then we have Marnie, Nancy, and Fiona. Which, I mean, I live for these colors. You all know I do. There you have it. So we've got the eyeshadow shades here. I mean, these are just absolutely gorgeous. I think this is a beautiful, like, transitionary fall autumnal whateverness type palette. They're just really beautiful. And I know a lot of people were like, oh, well, this palette is like super disjointed. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And I'm going to kind of address why I think, no, it's not, you know, maybe on a whole it may seem a little disjointed, but you'll see. I mean, that shade right there, I need to use that as a highlighter. Then on to the liquid lipsticks. Y'all know I have said his liquid lipstick formula is one of my absolute favorites, and his lip gloss formula, I feel like it's heavily underrated, and honestly his brand on a whole is underrated because I don't see a lot of people talking about it, and he's like an influencer brand that has been relatively unproblematic when it comes to the releasing of his products. I don't know if people just feel a certain way or what, but here we're going to start with the Wicked shade right here. Let me tell you. As a goth represent, y'all know the need for a pigmented, opaque, and buttery black lipstick is a must. And these are just, it's so opaque, it's so smooth, it doesn't feather, it's not streaky, a little bit goes a very long way. And I actually like his liquid lipstick formula better than the Kat Von D Everlasting liquid lipsticks because they're just a bit more forgiving on the lips, they're not as drying, they're definitely very comfortable, and they move well with your lips. Then the red shade, y'all know that I said, I can't remember when, but I was like, if Manny MUA releases another red lipstick with his collections, because he has, but this red is just so beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's deep, it's rich, it's like that perfect autumnal going into winter, just deep and rich and luxurious and blood-like. I mean, this is the type of red I reach for because I'm not so big on that cherry red, but I like one that's got like a little bit of earthiness to it, a little bit of brown. Second verse, same as the first, pigmented, a little bit goes a long way, doesn't feather, doesn't bleed, stays where it is, and doesn't. What I love about his lips is you can see. I love how I'm talking to y'all like that, as if you're going to be able to understand. On the inner area, it stays put. It does not do that like crumbly, nasty liquid lipstick butthole thing. Then the lip gloss, also love his formula on these. I mean, if you are looking for a gloss that really, it's a nice, thin, non-sticky formula that's gonna really just like plump and enhance your lips and not be too much, I'll reach for the one from the Greek Goddess collection all the blinking time. It's my like throw in my purse and top on my lips and I look a little bit better. Highly recommend checking out his lip products because they are just so stinking good. So those, obviously I recommend those. Go out and get you some lipstick, go out and get you some lip gloss. The formulas are bomb. Now let's talk about the palette. I mean, aesthetics alone, this is everything I feel like this is what Kat Von D wishes she could be right now. Like she released that like Lolita Por Vida and people were like, meh, and then Manny was like Moon Spell and people were like, yes, my gothic alternativeness, my answers, the answer to my problem. So on aesthetics alone, it is absolutely stunning. I mean, it is beautiful. It is smooth. I mean, this is a palette that I'm going to reach for, but I also kind of want to display it in here because it just looks so nice. Like this is something I would find somewhere and I would buy for decoration because it is just Oh, beautiful. The formula inside is wonderful. I would honestly say that this is the palette that is the most similar to the formula from Life's a Drag, which I did review that palette. I gave it a favorable review. I really liked it. And I feel like this is a palette that is really returning to that original formula. And now I know some people are all like, oh, well, it's so disjointed and it's so whatever. But if you look and you take it row by row, and I really noticed this when I was first swatching it when I first got it, is you've got this row, which is like a beautiful purpley look. And then you have this row, which is your like nice, neutral, whatever look. And then you've got your greeny blue. So each row is a very consistent color theme. So taking it all in at once, you may be like, wait, what's happening? But if you look, just the way it is it's kind of like the Tartist Pro palette, how they did that thing where each row was a look that you could just pick out and do easily. Obviously you can mix and match and whatever, but for beginners or people who, you know, I don't want to say as creative, who aren't as familiar with color theory, you know, they can look at it and be like, boom, easy, one row. But then they also work well together. I mean, you could do a more neutrally look with a pop of purple or with a pop of green. I love the greens with the purple. You all know this. The shimmers, I will say, when you were using the shimmer, this took a little bit of finagling. You are gonna wanna layer a tacky primer or a glitter glue to really get that like super intense cha-cha-cha-cha that y'all know I'm living for. Just because it's a shimmer formula that's basically infused with glitter. It's not like a nasty chunkiness of like glitter fallout, but if you want those like high shine pearlescent beams coming off your peepers, then you're gonna wanna put something down for it to all really just kind of meld together. And another thing I also like, especially with this Phoebe shade and this Prue shade, is they have that really pretty ethereal glitterness to them, but they've got a lot of back pigment as well. So you've got the color on top of the shimmer with the sparkly bits. And y'all know I am down. I have done, just for like an easy ethereal look, I've just taken this one just all up and over and been like, I'm a mystical fairy. When you're working with the purples, one thing I wanted to note is this Sarah shade is a perfect transition shade for the purples. The brown goes so well with the green. I mean, I think this is probably the best palette he's come out with because it has the neutrals for you can just play it safe, but then it also gives you two different, like more exciting color stories to then sort of play with. But like I said, you've got the neutrals and the colors to mix and match, and it's not just one big giant bright palette where someone's gonna be like, eh. So honestly, I would recommend everything in this collection. I was kind of like, I did try his Strawberry Dreams palette and that was kind of okay for me, so I was a little bit hesitant, but I think this is an absolutely beautiful, well thought out, and like I said, a beautiful like summer to autumn transition palette because you have those pretty colors, but then you bring in the browns and the richer greens and the purples, and then that just helps it to just go from one season to the other. Or you can just do makeup like I do and wear whatever blinking color you want to wear, whatever time of the year. Aesthetics and quality all packed into one. Oh, what I wish Kat Von would be. Go out and get you some spoopiness. I stand by the quality. I love the color story, and I know for a fact I'm gonna be reaching for this thing. Well, there you have it, my review on that collection. I am honestly so pleased with everything. I knew I was gonna love the liquid lipsticks and the gloss because I've tried, he's released 3 collections and I've gotten the lip stuff from all of them, and they've all been hideously consistent. Love the formulas. I would honestly say if you like color and you're looking to invest in a Lunar Beauty palette, this would be the one to get because you kind of get the best of the both worlds. It's not like crazy colorful like the Strawberry Dreams or the Life's a Drag, and it's not just hideously neutral like the Greek Goddess one. It's kind of a mishmash, a meeting of minds for both. So I definitely recommend it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. And as always, keep it real and keep it spoopy. Mwah!